used to get a bunch of I would save up $250. That's all I would do. $250 a year. It wasn't a whole lot of money. And I would go to Walmart and buy a variety of toys. And then I would ask my students when I was teaching to bring me a new toy. Not used, but new. Because the kids out there don't ever get anything new. They get used stuff, hand-me-downs all their life. So let me give them something new. And then I would take one of my students and we would park in the low-income area in the worst housing project we could, open up the trunk with bags, with, Walmart bags, and let the mothers come out and shop. No videos, no cameras, nothing. And then when we finished, we would be walking, riding away, crying and feeling good about ourselves because we did something to bless somebody that we knew didn't have anything under their tree for their kids. Right?
When was this?
I used to do that when I taught at Foundation Academy.
Well, that's what I'm gonna advise you to do, and I don't, I'm gonna tell you now, don't do that no more because let me talk. You got to understand the world's changing, and people around this time of year is robbing and doing all kind of things for holidays, and you had no protection out there. You had no man, you had no gun, you had no firepower, and you in the worst ghettos, and like you said, even though them our people, you had to understand the conditions that we in and the need for fulfilling that need around the holidays. Financial burdens are real stress, and you got a trunk full of goodies, and you a female with another young female, you a victim, you a fool. So you got to be careful. I really hate that it's like that because and that's another reason people record. You got to understand that people record because they feel like they're safe when they online. They feel like nobody gonna do nothing to them while they recording. But as far as charity, I agree that you should always give back, but you don't have to be recording yourself to give charity. I don't believe in that,
Right.
And like you said, it's both sides to the story because sometimes you want to bring awareness about what you're doing, and then on the other side you got people that have false intentions. They trying to raise money and get money to buy some new shoes or spend it on their girl or something, and that's not right. So if you do some charity, man, it should be between you, that person, and God. Because like I said, a lot of people that's homeless don't want their face on camera. They don't want to be on camera, but they so high and they so drunk they don't even really realize that they being on camera, but they shame. A lot of homeless people don't really come out until nighttime, because a lot of time they shame. You see a lot of homeless at night, don't you? Why you don't see them? You don't see that much in the day because they be hiding.
But, I worked with a lot of homeless people when I was at the church. We used to put them up and give them blankets and, have them where they could take a shower and stuff at the big old warehouse church that I was at. And we would do service with them and feed them hot meal. A lot of them, even the ones that ain't drunk and stuff, they're broken.
Right.
They don't want they're very private. They're broken and they're to themselves.
Hey,
angry.
You know what I said the other day, Mom? I said a lot of people don't want to go out and find somebody that's doing worse than them because they sat there and complain all day about their life at work to their co-workers, complaining about their man, like their life so hard, the bills this, the bills that. But if I tell you, hey man, I'm going out tonight and I'm gonna find somebody out there on the streets and I'm gonna just give them a blanket, ain't nobody trying to look for that because the mind is subconsciously selfish, right? So you don't want to see no stuff like that. When you see that on the side of the road, you automatically turn your head. They begging for change out there, right? They all at your window. You don't even look at them. You just keep going or you'll tell them no, right? So people don't want to see that because it reminds them that their life is really a blessing. And that it's people out there that are stone cold going through hell on earth. And we sitting here complaining about the little stuff that we go through every day, but it's people out there with no arms and no legs in a wheelchair. Wishing they could trade places with your complaining self. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say don't record it because it's not genuine to me. But I can't say that everybody's not being genuine. I just say to me. because
Right.
if I give you some, I don't want everybody to know what I gave you, because then everybody's gonna come to me, and that's a
You can
target
find
on
this
me.
scripture that says, "Give in secret, and you'll be rewarded outwardly." It's a scripture about that.
I'm gonna have to
There's
find that.
I'll look for it and I'll send it to you. But there's a scriptures that said, it basically said, don't broadcast your giving, because it talks about that man that went to Jesus, and he said he was rich, right, with all his money, everything he wanted, and he went to Jesus when people were running to Jesus for healing and all this stuff, and he wanted to be part of salvation because that was a new trend, like a big, in today's time they'll be like, oh man, you and they know, if you can get into the power with this man got magic, what I mean? So he ran over to Jesus and say, oh, what does it take for me to enter the kingdom, like that. And Jesus, and then Jesus said to give to the poor and the homeless, blah blah blah. I do all that all the time, he's boasting on how much he gives and stuff. And then Jesus said, sell all that you have and follow me.
You ain't trying to do that.
The man turned his head and walked away, and he never went back.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because he was too rich, and so his faith was not in Jesus, it was in his wealth. But he also wanted that because that was something that money couldn't buy.
Yeah, the selfish part of us,
Yeah.
We want to keep
and you couldn't buy it.
Right.
It was priceless. It was priceless. So let me have that. I have that to hang on my wall too. I'm going to the kingdom like the Pharisees. I'm with Jesus. But no, sell all that you have. You trust me. You know that you're gonna have way more.
Right.
But you couldn't trust. He couldn't trust Jesus for that. So he's like, oh.
And another thing I wanted to talk about, it's a lot of people that want something for free, right? Like, perfect example. In the Bible, you had Abraham. His wife Sarah died. Now everybody know Abraham was a prophet, and generations and religions were birthed out of him. When Sarah died, he wanted to still pay for a burial plot. And they were like, no, you don't have to pay us nothing. This is your people. Bury your dead. He's like, no, I insist. You understand me? Because you don't want to go through life taking, charity from people when you don't need it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And even if you get charity from a person, like how you've been helping me, I'm figuring out ways every day where I can either pay you back physically or mentally. You understand? So good conversations is a payback. A call here and there is a payback. Hey, man, I just came up on a little extra money. What you need? You want to buy? You need some shoes? That's a payback. You understand what I'm saying? So people don't understand these are things that you must do by God, because these are what all the great have done. You never take nothing for free. You know what I'm saying? And when you got a chance to give back, whether it's little or small, you're supposed to do it. But you are not supposed to broadcast that, because that's not what it's for. You trying to give out blessings. You understand what I'm saying? And you don't get. I believe you can steal your blessings by being deceitful, and that's how Jacob got, in so much trouble with God, because he stole his brother's blessing. He dressed up like his brother Esau and everything, and it was in cahoots with his own mother, because his mother showed favoritism towards Jacob, and she wanted her son to become with the blessings of God. So she tricked he tricked his father, because he was blind. And his father asked him, are you my son Esau? He's like, yes, father. Come here, let me touch you. And they had so much trickeration where they put the fur around his neck, because he wasn't a hairy man like his brother Esau. So the deceit to do what you got to do to get your blessings can cause you pain. Like if you are trying to go out here and record yourself giving these blessings, it's a deceit behind it if it's not pure in heart or nature. Now you got some companies have to record themselves doing charity, but we not talking about them people, because for real they doing it for felonious reasons too, to get money at the end of the day. You understand what I'm saying? But we talking about regular, ordinary people that get online and go out here. You got the dope boys, they give out the turkeys in the neighborhood. That's the perfect example I'm giving. Anytime you see a whole bunch of dope boys and they giving out turkeys in the neighborhood around Thanksgiving and stuff like that, man, that's a way of giving back. But at the same time, you want people to feel like you a good guy. I'm not destroying my community with drugs. Yeah, I'm not around here doing drive-bys for people that want to sell dope on my block. Yeah, I ain't out here, you know what I'm saying, doing none of that. Recruiting young niggas, because if you recruit a youngster to sell your drugs, if they get caught, they go to juvie. You understand me? And they get right out. Yeah, I'm not, I'm promoting that side today. I'm promoting I'm a good guy and I'm giving out. You know what I'm saying? When the police ride by, they see me, I'm waving, ha ha, I'm good, I'm giving back to my community. They gonna love me. So if I do a crime out here and they know who did it, they gonna shut the fuck up and not tell on me. It's all type of ulterior motives going through their heads while they do these things. You understand what I'm saying? Some people do it because they never had Thanksgiving when they were growing up and they were poor and they actually want to give back. You know, but who's to say? We don't know. So therefore, to kill all that, I'm not bringing the camera crew. I'm just giving out the turkeys. Now, if you record me, that's different. Like when I was training some kids at the park, I asked their mother, I was like, I train kids for free. You want me to give them a few lessons? She was like, yeah, sure. So I started training her 3 kids. I didn't know she was recording me. She recorded me. I had no problem with that. That wasn't my mission. I got so caught up in working out, we sweating and having a good time. I didn't know she recorded, and she posted it later on her stories. So those are the type of charities that's supposed to get shown to the world. The people that are recording you. Not you recording yourself. That's just how I feel. It's just my opinion, though. I can be wrong, but it's just in my spirit, I wouldn't do that. So I'm just talking about a small piece of the pie. I'm a small piece of the pie, Mama. I'm just a little bitty piece of the pie. The rest of the pie chart.
Just keep this in mind, though, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. However, on the other flip side, how much negativity do you see constantly recorded and broadcasted? Something needs to outweigh all that negative shit that we constantly turn on the videos and the TVs and sit and we see somebody kicking ass or girls fighting in the parks and it's a fad and people robbing and killing, and then you see something good where people there is some good in the world where somebody's giving out food or blessing a child, so it's always pros and cons to everything. The thing that I agree with you in is that what is your motive?
Right.
Your heart.
And we can't never figure that out though.
Yeah, but they need to figure that out. That's your message. When you're doing that, where's your heart?
I just tell people what I do, Mom. And if they believe me, they believe me. If they don't, they don't. If I tell you right now, last night I went outside and I found somebody and I gave them a blanket because it was cold and it looked like they needed a blanket. You either gonna believe me, like, man, that nigga lying, or you gonna be like, damn, maybe I'll go do that too. That's how I'm looking at it. If somebody records me giving somebody a blanket, that's even a more blessing. It was meant for somebody to know. But I see your point too, because we do need more positivity online.
Every time you turn on the video, it's something negative.
Right.
It's either something really stupid where you're making a fool of yourself, or it's so harsh and negative that you just don't want to see it. And then when you see something beautiful, you want to watch it like over and over and over because it's so rare.
Well,
that's my thing. And that's how those people be getting those likes. Now, if their motive was to go viral, then they got their reward. There's no more reward to come from that. But if their motive was simply to put something positive out in the universe,
right,
then they're going to continue to get blessings off of that because God knows their heart. So it's always, what is your motive? Like whatever you do, what is your motive? Like when I give to people that are assholes, people are like, why would you get that asshole something? I said, because I had intended to give it to them in the first place. And just because they're an asshole, I ain't going to stop now. I mean, it was for them, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to them. They're like, well, that's just stupid because they're assholes. I said, yeah, well, maybe something to change in them. Who knows?
But that's why I tell you, you're a small piece of the pie, Mom. If it was a pie chart, right, you will be that small 2% of the pie chart. It's no difference than people saying, man, all niggas ain't shit. These baby daddies, man, they don't never take care of their children. And then you always got this one dude talking about, well, shoot, I take care of my kids. I ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't say all black fathers do that. But bro, you a small piece of the pie chart. Or maybe it's the other way around. It's just that that's what we do. Whenever we hear something that we don't do, we be like, well, I don't do that. I do this and I do that. And I'll be telling people like, yo, you a small piece. The people like me and you, man, are a small piece of the pie. The stuff
I know that. That small piece of pie needs to get bigger, don't it?
Yeah, but how? That's what I'm saying. So therefore, you say put stuff online to show people more positivity.
No, I ain't saying that. I'm saying if you decide to put it online and you know why you're putting it online.
No, I agree with you though. Listen,
you have not hurt anybody. And if you respect the person that said, hey man, I like to put this online because I like others to do this, would you mind if we record you? And that person say, yeah, man, we could use the help. Then what was the harm? But if the man say, no, man, please don't record me, you say, okay, well, here, be a blessing and give it to him and don't record him. And then do like you said, tell it.
Right. I believe is that, see, it's both sides to the coin, man. It's like, it was a guy, he had a terrific voice, right? And he was homeless at first, but somebody was like, man, you sound like a broadcaster. You can be a newsman. And they recorded him on the street doing that, and they actually got him a job on TV because his voice was so, you know what I'm saying, vocal and what do you call it? It was a voice that you can, you know, easy on the ears and sound like it should be on TV. But that's an example of putting charity online because this man actually had a talent.
But they had to get his permission, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got his permission. And if they had never got his permission, they just went out there and gave him and went on their business, he wouldn't be where he is now.
And I just see a lot of that. I see a lot of people, you know, giving out stuff to homeless people, but they be recording themselves. You know what I'm saying? They dressing up all nice and fancy for the camera. You know it's all for play. You ain't coming out there in your house shoes and your flip-flop and your hair ain't cut and somebody just catch you off guard passing something out to somebody. No, you in your finest clothes. You got your jewelry on. You got your girl with you. You got your camera crew. It's all lights, camera, and action to you.
No, you just be your regular self. You don't dress up to go give nobody nothing.
Hey, I go to the gym, right? And I go to the gym and I see a lot of females in the gym, right? And they beautiful, you know, they wear the tight clothes, but it's like they in the club, they got their makeup on, they got their hair done. It's, you know what I'm saying, laid, stacked. I'm talking about everything is on point, coordinating on their body. I'm like, you finna sweat, baby. Why you have makeup on and your hair done? You need to have that wrapped up because it's going to get in your face. All kind of things I see in the gym, like, what are you doing? You coming in here trying to catch a man. That's what it looks like, and I might be wrong, but I'm the small piece of the pie.
Wear makeup in the gym. I swear, I have never worn makeup in the gym.
Exactly. You a small piece of the pie. You're a small piece of
I mean, they rubbing all off of you and sweating on you and shit.
But you're smart. You are not going to the gym to catch a man. You are going to the gym to what?
Work out.
Exactly. You are a small piece of the pie. But no, it's like that though, and it's a shame, but people don't want to admit it. And people have a problem and they deny their wicked behavior. You can't deny what you do. Everybody, ain't nobody perfect. Even Jesus flipped the tables over in the temple when he lost his temple. They was in there gambling in the house of the Lord. But I don't want to hear that talking about, oh, I would have did. You don't know what you would have done. It's all about slow.
Now you got me on. You never know. Don't ever say you won't never do nothing until you know wearing them shoes, man. You'll be surprised what you do.
Right. You know. And it's a lot of stories. It's a lot of stories in the Bible that you'll be like, if somebody did it today. But these are prophets. These are prophets. You know, so that's why I say, man, you know, let God do the judging, but you try to live your life as righteous as you can. That mean when I say righteous, that don't mean religious. I be hating when people think I'm just a stone cold religious person.
That's exactly what it means, right?
But yeah, so what I do is like in any situation, I don't try to cross nobody. And if they don't, cross my path and bring harm my way, I let be. Whatever you got going on in your life, that's what you are. If you're a robber, okay, go ahead and rob, bro. I'm not judging you. Just don't try to rob me. If you're a liar, that's cool. Keep your lying going, man. Keep your lie streak going. They believe you, bro. Just don't lie to me, cause I'm gonna see through it because I'm righteous. So I'm not gonna fall for any traps anymore. When you're not righteous, you fall for a lot of traps and a lot of tricks. But when you're righteous, you go by the word of God. It's hard to trick somebody like that. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna give you a rope, but I'm gonna always watch you because by me being righteous, I know there's evil in every man, every woman. There's a blood of Cain in everybody, so it's a chance and a possibility that even my best brother can cross me. So I'm always gonna be watching. And if I get caught slipping, that's because I let my good nature take the best of me by giving people the benefit of the doubt. But you have to always watch people with a long arm and just pray for the best. But you have to expect the worst out of people. That's why I say with this charity thing, I be like, it's Christmas time, right, Mom? So you're gonna have a lot of these videos popping up. And I see it every year, and it's just the social media is so corrupt, and they're not using social media to help the black community. They know it's gonna continue to hurt the black community, man. They know it, and that's why hey, it's hard. Like in your days, man, when your brothers and all them, you used to see the black guys in the neighborhood. They were the Black Panthers, and they used to always say the revolution would not be televised. A lot of people back then used to look at them guys if they was in the black neighborhood like, man, this nigga crazy. What the hell he talking about? All that black shit. You know what I'm saying? We trying to go out here and eat some pork chop. You talking about I don't eat no pork chop? What is wrong with these niggas, right? So them guys said it back in the 60s. They say the revolution will not be televised. And the reason they said that is because they banned the truth. They have the Minister Farrakhan banned from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. They have a lot of ministers, Rizza Islam, he's banned from all that because what they teach is something that uplifts only black people. All people, but specifically black people. So if you specifically uplift the people that's downtrodden, that will cause a seed to grow in the mind of a people that you are trying to continuously oppress, right? So if they get that seed in their mind, maybe one day, maybe not today, maybe 50 to 100 years, maybe 3023, these same people will wake up and say, you know what? We ain't having it no more. And they don't want that. And I just know they pushing the image like back in the 90s and the 80s, we had some raunchy female rappers, man, but you always had Queen Latifah, you had MC Light, you had Lauryn Hill, you had women that was rapping about positivity. Same with the male rappers. You had men rapping about killing and stealing and robbing and messing with women, but you also had Public Enemy. You had you know what I'm saying? You had these rap groups that were preaching the word of uplifting black folks, but you don't have that today. And if you do, they the small piece of the pie. The majority of the female rappers today talk about prostitution and getting money out of man. And they don't need no nigga for shit. So you got the young 2, 3 year old that's just learning how to talk, and they are singing and repeating these songs, right? No female role models on social media for a little black girl to look at and say, okay, yeah, I like her style. I'm a rap like her, or I'm a sing like her, or I'm a dress like her. Same with the young boys. You got the boys ain't got no daddy in the household, so now a boy automatically looks for masculine energy to look up to. So it's either gonna be his uncles or gonna be somebody they always see and who is popular. A lot of black boys that do have fathers in the household still don't look at their fathers if they're a working man. The only time they look at their fathers sometimes is because they're popular and they sell drugs. But majority of the time, perfect example in our family, I won't name no names, but he looked up to the other side of the family. And I disclosed a conversation. He said, man, I don't know about Uncle Reggie and them, man. Tell me about him. I never met him. He was infatuated about this side of the family and not his father, who is successful, black man, married man, You understand what I'm saying? But that's like, I'm trying to tell you, it's a blood of Cain in everybody. You got millionaires out here that go into stores and shoplift. You understand what I'm saying? It's the energy. And we got to control the energy and stop being a small piece of the pie. So how we get the pie chart to become all blue? We do things like we do now. We talk about it. You understand? We put the seed out there. We put the seed, so hopefully that seed will grow. And if it don't grow, man, we're gonna have a revolution. And they do not want to have that revolution out there. That's why they take guys like Farrakhan off their platforms and they ban him and they say he's anti-Semite and he's against Jewish people. But he's only just quoting the Quran and the Bible. He's only quoting the Quran and the Bible. So, I mean, I don't know. That's why I started my Bible studies.
Know that the Jewish people, there's a question about whether they're white skin, because they found the original tribe of Jewish people too, and they're all black.
I know. We already know who the real true Israelites are, but that's another subject. The subject is like we got a lot of
black Jews as well, so nobody could be against the Jewish people.
No, that's who the original Jew is. But we not talking about that. We talking about who runs social media, them, and who watches social media, us. So if they control social media, they control what you see. And the brothers like Rizza Islam and Farrakhan and people that think with that type of state of mind are the 2% of the pie chart. They want to control the big piece of the pie chart. So what they do, they get that small piece of the pie because ain't nobody going to trip. Because everybody be like, man, ain't nobody trying to hear all that. That man had a Million Man March twice. A Million Man March, man. Come on, ain't nobody trying to hear that. Because we are so indoctrinated in the European ear. We want to hear what the Europeans want to hear. And we want to see what the Europeans want to see. And we're going to do what the Europeans taught us. It's not really any more black bilingual people in America now. The only time you hear black bilingual people go, I can speak Spanish, they a small piece of the pie. When we first was taken from Africa, we had to learn the English language from rednecks. So you mix the African dialect with a redneck dialect, and whatever part of the state you in, that's why you talk. Memphis talk this way, and Georgia talk this way. We were bilingual though. We still knew our African language, but now look at us. All we know is what we talk. And wherever we from, that's how we talk. Unless we try to, correct, and enunciate our words. But when you get comfortable with me, you're gonna revert back to your natural native tongue. But we don't even speak bilingual. We don't know our native language to even study it. So why would we even want to study it? You got people that are proud of their roots. Well, we didn't have to deal with that. That's the problem. You're Italian, brother. You should be proud to be Italian, but you didn't have to go through the struggle that we had to go through. So it's the social media is not promoting the only thing the social media promotes the image of an Italian is like the Italian stallion or the mafia. That's not bad to look at. Now when a boxer, a black boxer comes in the ring and he's fighting a Mexican, peep this. When a black boxer, Floyd Mayweather, he used to fight. He comes in the ring with Mexican flag on. He got a sombrero on. He's black now. He got a sombrero on. And he's wearing the Mexican colors on his shorts and on his gloves, right? Now that will offend a Mexican if he's fighting him, right? But what can a Mexican do to disrespect a black man when he walks in the room? Nothing. What you gonna do? Wear the American flag? What kind of flag do niggas got? Nothing, because we don't know where we're from. And this is all I'm trying to tell people. Don't think outside the box because they don't use their mind, man. Yes, you can disrespect a Mexican and wear his colors, and fight on the Mexican holidays, Cinco de Mayo or in September, and make all the money because it's going to ignite a black and brown tension within us. People are tribal, right? So you're wearing my colors. There's nothing you can do to disrespect me. What can you wear and walk into the ring and fight me wearing that will make me mad? Nothing. Unless you're a Caribbean black man. Now, if you're a Haitian, I might be able to wear the red and blue Haitian colors. Or if you're a Jamaican, I might be able to wear the yellow and green. But the niggas that are brought over and that were bypassed the Caribbean islands, we were brought here because we were the cream of the crop. If we wasn't the cream of the crop, they would have dropped us off too. But we're here. So we gotta deal with what's going on in America. And a lot of people don't want to look at what's going on in America because we're so brainwashed with the European eye. Everything we do is European. The clothes we wear, the language we talk, the whoopings that we give our children, the diet that we eat, the style of clothes that we wear, the perms in our hair, the wigs that we wear, the makeup, the haircuts, the schooling, the education. We learn about European history before you learn about African history in schools. Everything is backwards. But it's okay to give the Native Americans a small piece of land and say sorry, but it's not okay to give the black man reparations and say sorry. It's okay to segregate the Native Americans and give them small pieces of land, but it's not okay to segregate black people that you brought here and give us a small section of land and say sorry. So the pie chart is always going to be looking like that because we are brainwashed to look through a European eye. Man, these niggas crazy. A revolution would not be televised. Man, that nigga crazy. Don't eat pork, brother. Man, that nigga crazy. Marry your own kind, brother. Leave the white woman alone. Damn, that nigga crazy. She definitely crazy now. Pope, no white women. Oh, hell no, nigga. Hey, man, hey, get this nigga up out of here. You know what I'm saying? They want to fight you. You got to go. All for being a small piece of the pie chart. And it's a shame that that's the small piece of the pie chart. It should be the other way around. But guess what we learned from them the most? Because when we were in Africa, we was a peaceful people. We didn't have no guns. We didn't create and invent guns. We had spears. When we found this man coming in a strange land with us, we thought it was a spear, but it shot fire out the stick. So what we gonna think? That's the devil. We never seen nothing like that. You're conquering our land with fire sticks. Well, we ain't supposed to talk about that. The fear. It's natural. You teach your child with fear so they can obey. That's the first emotion a child learns. Because when he comes out the womb, he's confused. So he cries. It's a natural fear. The tyrants, like the great people say, the tyrants use fear to control lands. You think that idea has gone away? That's how they control us in America. Fear. You better get that shot or you gonna die. What? Hurry up and get that shot. Fear. Boy, you better clean this room up. I'm gonna beat your ass. Fear. You're bigger than me. Fear. I go to school. I got lunch money. You better give me your lunch money. I'm gonna beat your ass. Fear. Here you go. I don't want no trouble. Fear. You better not go out tonight. You gonna stay home with me. And if you don't, I'm gonna put you on child support or I'm gonna do this. Fear. You better cook this food for me. If you don't, you know you can't whoop me. I'm gonna slap the shit out you. Fear. All right, now you're slacking up on your production. The boss man looking at you now. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make me have to do my job now, Robert. Fear. Now you up there hustling and bustling and trying to work fast and got an injury. Damn. Oh man, we're gonna have to let you go, man. I'm sorry, man. We're gonna put you on we got a discretion, to let people go. Fear. What you gonna do now? Oh man, I got a child. I gotta pay this rent. Ain't nobody giving me no job. It's the holidays. Look at these two women out here passing out gifts. in the community where I live. Put my mask on, rob them. Don't care if she has a son that'll go crazy if something happened to her. Because I got children that need a Christmas gift. And to the end of my life, I'm going to always go for broke around this time of the year, because if I don't get my baby a Christmas present, they're going to look at me like I ain't shit. I'm a failure. Fear. And I just trying to, I promote my voice and just hope people listen. And maybe 100 years from now, they replay this if it's still online and be like, man, that man said something, and it's the truth, though. Everything is backwards. That's how you got to look at stuff now, man. When people smiling at you, one, look at them funny. Like, why are you smiling? You got to do that nowadays, because everything is backwards. If you see somebody looking down and not feeling good, man, maybe they doing that so people won't talk to them, because they probably got a whole lot of money last night and they ain't trying to let people know they feeling good. You never know nowadays. That's why you can't even say good morning to certain people no more. Ain't no more good customer service. It's over with until there's a revolution. And the revolution would not be televised, and it ain't gonna happen no time soon. Because everybody's still talking about, man, this nigga crazy. Everybody trying to hear that? Man, play that murder music that I like to bop my head to. I used to laugh at you when I was little, and you like, I'll kill a nigga this, I'll shoot a nigga that. That's all they talk about. And it's true. I would have told them tapes up too if I known what I know now. But now look at us. To the window, to the wall. Oh, skeet, 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 skeet. And people don't even know what that means. Well, we singing it because we like it and it sounds good, because all Africans love rhythm and beat and drums. So you put a little rhythm and a beat and a drum, and the natural melanin in your skin will react, and you're going to bounce to it. Well, now you put murder lyrics and sexual lyrics behind this beat and this drum, and now it turns to taboo. Ooh.
Yes, Robert, like I would ask you, why don't you use your talents for the positive music?
I do, but let me tell you, the murder music still makes people head bounce.
But
so
you
listen.
still
You gotta let me finish my point. By you having the murder music, it attracts them towards you. But if you have the positive music, they're not going to listen to you. So what you do is you use the murder music and use that murder music and put a story behind it where the bad guy loses. And you make content. Listen. You make content.
Everybody love happy, cause I'm happy. Clap along if you be.
Ain't nobody trying. Listen, didn't I just tell you? You didn't listen to nothing I say. I say everything is backwards. Happy was a hit song, and you know what happened when that song first came out? Man, I hated it. I say, man, listen to this shit, man. This nigga talking about some happy. And then I kept listening, and the good in me could not deny that was a hit song, man. Because guess what? He had the money to get that music out to the world. But guess what he used to make before he made Happy? He used to talk about the stuff in the ghetto, the murder music. And it had to attract the people to him first. And you just got to attract the people to you first. Okay, it's like putting on. That's like the fake advertisement. You see something to say.
Happy made him famous. I never heard of him before Happy.
Oh, see, you don't listen to rap, and you old, man. You don't know nothing about no rap. That's for real. Hey, but anyway, like I was saying, man, you see a commercial say free food, free food, free food. Come on down and get it. Free food, you hungry niggas, come on and get it. You gonna see that on TV and like, free food, man. They got some free food up here. And then you get up there, but you got to pay a fee to join the club. Damn, y'all tricked us. Y'all done made me spend all this money up here. I smell the food from outside. It smells good, but I got to pay what? Yeah, it's a $20 membership. You get it's monthly though. You know what I'm saying? You pay $20. Now you done got a 1,000 people up here talking about some free food. But now they get to the door and they have to pay up a fee to join the club. Are they wrong or are they right?
I think it's beats though. If you get some good beats, Robert, and positive music.
Well, you're not understanding the human mind. You're not understanding the brainwashed
I
mind.
And I really do. I'm just saying, I think that just like you're talking the positive of the word and not doing that, whether it's just a small piece of the pie, how you make that pie grow is you keep baking it.
You gotta listen. You gotta throw when you go fishing, Mom. You can't just throw an empty hook in the water and expect the fish to bite it. You gotta throw something juicy out there so they can bite on it, right? And then when they bite it, that's when you hook them. Once you got that fish inside the boat and you take that hook out of his mouth, you can cook it how you want to, can't you? You can fry it, you can bake it, you can boil it, or you can just feed it to your dog, or feed it to your whatever.
If you go by what Pharrell, like I said, all that negative rap music didn't get him popular. What got him popular was happy.
No, man, that just put him over the top, man. You got to do the research first, man. I ain't gonna let you do that, but he was popular before that, but that put him over the top. But what I'm trying to say is, before he got popular, he wasn't all that happy type rap. He was, you know what I'm saying, something that guys in the hood could bop their head to. You know what I'm saying? Listen to without nobody, because everything is backwards. If you listen to Happy in the Neighborhood before, if a man made Happy and he wasn't popular already, people would not play it. Just like MC Hammer was rich and he sold millions and millions of records. But I'm talking about guys in the ghetto never played MC Hammer. Man, if you don't turn that bullshit off, but all the regular people and the people that, you know what I'm saying, ain't into the lifestyle would play MC Hammer at parties. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause he make people dance, right? It's positive music, right? Everything is backwards in the black community though. If you hear somebody playing some MC Hammer, man, they like looking at you funny. Like, what's wrong with you, man? Can't touch this. Can't touch this. You know what I'm saying? So that goes for today. If you playing Happy, somebody gonna look at you some type of way. Like, what's wrong with this nigga? Is he happy for real? Like,
Stevie Wonder music was positive. Smokey Robinson.
You talking about a different era, man. You talking about an era. Listen, you talking about an era where you can leave your front door open and not really worry about nothing in certain neighborhoods. Now you can go to a good neighborhood. It can be a suburban neighborhood. You bet not leave your door open. It can be Beverly Hills. You bet not leave your door open. It's just that type of time now. And I'm just saying, times have changed, man. The times where you can walk down the street and and discipline somebody else's child, that's over. That's over with. You understand what I'm saying? And you got 10, 11-year-old children out here with firearms, riding on their bicycles. So that's over with. And you got to understand that times change, and you got to be able to adapt to it and see what's going on around you. So right now you got the murder music, right? Pharrell came up, you know what I'm saying, with the hood rap, you know what I'm saying? Then he came out with Happy, right? So I'm letting you know, when I first heard it, I was like, man, turn that bullshit off. But a hit record will get played on the radio if you got money. So if you got money to promote your music, you can get that record played all day, every day. So they played Happy so much into people's ears that it grew on them. You understand what I'm saying? So now everything is happy. And then, the beat is catchy. So I'm like, let me listen. I'm like, boom. They played it on the loudspeaker. It sound different. I'm like, oh, man, it's kind of jumping. Now we singing it. And it kind of reminds you of church. Because it got the church bounce. And I'm like, wait a minute, this a hit. I'm an artist. I'm denying it because of my psychological. It's not cool to like music that's happy if you are in the black community and you are considered in the streets. So the average person like you love it. But the guys like us that's getting pushed on social media, the so-called thugs and the guys that want to be cool for the girls and all that, they not gonna play that. If you see them riding around in their fancy car, they not playing Happy. No, Only way you hear them playing happy is if they watching the show and it's playing in the background. So that's what I'm telling you. So the music that today that people love is that type of music that's opposite of what's good. So what you do is you have to know how to adapt, just like fighting. If the right hand ain't working, you got to switch hands and use your left. So here we go. Use that same murder music and put it in the background on your skits to show what's going to happen if that scene plays out and you do that in your life, what really happens. Because all the times in the movies, the good guy wins, right? It's like that in life, right? But it's not always like that. So you'll have a good guy and he'll lose. They don't really show that in movies. So you do these murder music, you play it in the background, it attract them. But while they watching the movie, they seeing the plot go on, and they were like, "Oh, yeah, I better not do that," because he went and sold dope, and he trusted his homeboy, and he crossed him out and told on him and got him 30 years in prison. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? So it's got to be a message behind your murder music. Is what I'm trying to say. If you just talking about going around killing folks and doing all that, no. If you going around killing folks in one of my songs, man, it's probably because they trying to hunt you. You understand what I'm saying? You self-defense. Now, if you talking about that type of murder music, that's different. But if you promoting going to hunt somebody just because they from a neighborhood, that's different. Oh, he from 63rd. I don't like him. I'm finna go kill him because he's from 63rd Street. But if you doing something because a man kidnapped your daughter or kidnapped your son, and he said, "Nigga, I got your kid over here, and you better not call the police." And nigga, just you come and you alone, and I give your son back. It's me and you trade life for a life. And if you rapping about something like that, that's something that people will do. That's a regular, ordinary person, and they'll die for their children. So
why does music have to be about
it
that? Why
it,
can't
it attracts the ears. So what attracts flies more, honey or shit?
honey?
And they get stuck to the honey, don't they?
Well, I would say for workout music, it don't need because everybody listening to it, young people, children.
Yeah, they don't need it, but everything is backwards. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. You a small piece of the pie that think like you think.
I think you should work out music without fucking and sucking and shit.
Ain't nothing you said wrong. Ain't nothing you said wrong. I'm just trying to get you to understand that you are a small piece of the pie. The majority of the world ain't trying to hear you. And that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm saying you talking about ghetto people. I'm talking about all people. I'm saying get some music when you're trying to do your physical fitness. Have it separate from your.
Oh, that's without a doubt. But I'm talking about the majority of people. We see you talking about a small piece of the pie. You just talking about part twice. You talking about your baby. But the majority of people gonna play what's popular on the radio. And what's popular on the radio is
own yourself though.
Mom, just turn the radio on today and don't listen to the beats. Don't listen to nothing but the lyrics.
Yeah, listen to old school stuff.
See what I'm saying? So you wouldn't know what's going on. If you was to listen to the radio for one day and just concentrate while you just relaxing and just listen to what they saying, not the beats, nothing, just listen to what they are saying in these songs, you will be like, oh, okay. There ain't nothing positive on the radio. Ain't nothing positive on the radio.
Oh, be that small piece of the pie that you are.
All right, that's what I'm trying to do. Like the songs that I make now are either love songs or songs about how to get money. It's nothing, violent unless, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a situation where I had to defend myself. Huh?
Like Summer Body.
Yeah. That's a song I use for when it get hot, but
why can't you just make good upbeat rap? I mean, music that people can work out to.
And that's not my thing, though. That's not my thing. I write whenever I write, but I'm a songwriter. I'm not trying to promote myself as an artist, but I use my music in the background for my movies and things that I have lined up, like my podcast. I'll use it in the background.
You're giving up physical fitness.
No, I just trained somebody this morning. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, as far as the music,
they pay you.
Now see, You asking me crazy stuff, and I'm telling you that I charge, but we not talking about that. Yeah, I train kids for free, but I charge my clients. But that's not what I'm talking about. We talking about music.
Okay, I just want to know.
We talking about the music, and that's what's being promoted is negative. And anything you hear on the radio, if it's positive, it's probably some local artist, and it's not gonna get played that much. But the songs that are being played on the regular spin, it's nothing positive in it. You know what I'm saying? Even the love songs today are all sexual. Even the love songs.
I gotta make some other phone calls, but I'm just saying, I like for my son to make some positive music.
I do. You don't listen to it. You listen to what you want to listen to.
No, I don't. I haven't heard all your music. One time I went through and listened to every last one of them on the thing all day.
Yeah, right.
And then I had Tisha, little girl, over a long time ago, and we just played your stuff.
Man, stop letting them little children listen to my stuff, man. You just talked about playing murder music too.
I skipped over the ones that was nasty. And she was saying, "No, play that back."
Yeah, like, nope. Yeah. See, they want to hear the murder music, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Know what it was because I wouldn't let her listen to it.
I know. That's what I'm telling you. The human mind is always going to be craving the taboo.
Why you wouldn't let me listen to it? What did it say, Ms. Regina?
See, that's what they want to hear. That's what they want to hear, Mom. I'm telling you. Well, it was good talking to you. I'm finna get off this phone, man. You know I love you.
But you don't want nobody giving your daughter what she want to hear, do you?
Hopefully I can coach my daughter to understand and decipher what it is that she listening to. Because it ain't no military secret. Her mama cuss like a sailor any damn way, so she probably ain't no military secret she gonna cuss.
It's really such an unhealthy environment for a young girl.
Hey, you know, I got to do what I got to do to teach her from my perspective.
So I hope that you don't be arguing in front of her mama and her.
Oh no, man! Every time I be around that,
you never saw me and your daddy argue. You never saw me and around me arguing except for to Irvin. That was it.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, every time
teenager was a little boy, none of that shit was in front of you.
I'm just saying, every time I'm around that baby, it's always positivity.
That's good. So don't argue in front of her mom with her.
Right. No, I don't do that. I always tell her I don't like to argue in front of children. That's just, you know, especially if you're a female and you're trying to be aggressive towards a man in front of a child. I rebuke that. You know, I rebuke that because that's not natural. That's backwards for a woman to try to be aggressive and over a man in front of a child or period. You understand what I'm saying? It's not natural.
It's unhealthy because that's what the girl is gonna grow up to think that
life is like. Like, yeah, try to dominate a man. Nah, because you know that's not natural.
She won't have any self-esteem.
Right. I'm gonna teach her to be real.
And either because she'll get.
You know what this is what I wanted to teach her. Most importantly, out of everything that she learned from me, I want to teach my daughter that if she do meet a guy, any man that you lay down with should be somebody that will kill for you. And when I say kill for you and die for you, it's because that if you get pregnant by this man that you choose, because you are the one that's choosing, because all we can do is knock on the door. It's up to you to open your door. And if you choose this man, he should be already proven that he'll do whatever it is for you, right? So if you have a child from this man, that child that you have, you're going to be ready to risk your life for and die for because it's from you, right? So you have to understand that it's not just from you, because a man just gave you this seed of life, and now it's with you and within you, and you're growing this seed within you. You're becoming intimate with this child. Now you're nurturing this child. You should be able to die for this child and sacrifice everything in the world for this child, because this is the most important gift that you can give to life, is the birth of a child. And if you take a man's seed and you birthed and manifest a child from them, that man is supposed to be able to have the know-all to know that he got to do whatever he got to do for this woman. So if this man is proving himself, then yes, start a family with this man. You know, because by then, like I would have been taught her how to decipher good from bad and let her know that everything is backwards. So if you going to school and you see the tough guys, it's cool to kick it with them and laugh and joke with them. But you want to find the nerds, the so-called smart guys that everybody like to make jokes. That don't mean because you a nerd that you weak. It just means you're smart and you're concentrating on your schoolwork. So maybe you guys can do schoolwork together and both of you guys' grades can get good. And I'm not gonna tell my daughter she can't have a boyfriend. If you got a boyfriend, I gotta be able to meet him though. You know what I'm saying? You know, I take y'all out to dates and all that. And you know, all that stuff, man. It's nothing, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be able to meet the man's parents. And hopefully I teach my daughter to mess with a boy that got a mother and a father in the household. You understand what I'm saying? These are the things that I want to teach my daughter, because that's what I want her to be. And once you meet this man that you love, and I meet him, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say yes or no. I just want to see what it is, you know, because that's her choice in life. Everybody drive their own car. So once she learned this in life, man, she able to decipher that, yeah, I need somebody that's smart, not just tough. Smart first, then tough, because we can always train together and exercise together and get ourselves together. But smart is a trait that we need first, because we're gonna make good decisions, right? So if I help you, two heads are always better than one. And if she's from the word, like I plan to do, and I teach her, I'll let her know that God said in the beginning of the Bible that man is not meant to be alone. So he created what? The beast of the world. And he seen that the beast of the world was not enough. So he put us to sleep and he made woman. And this is our companion. And we have enmity between each other. That's true. But we have to learn how to control our enmity between each other and choose the right mate, not just for love, but for protection and comfort and legacy. And when you have a child from somebody, that should be it. You don't spread your seed around. And you keep all your bloodline the same, because you don't want a Cain and Abel type of situation. And you keep your bloodline the same and stay pure. And if she follows that path, cool. If she don't, cool. But she'll still have that knowledge that I gave her. And it'll be her choice, because God gave us what? Free will. Free will to do and make a decision and be accountable and take accountability. And if you a man and you're a grown woman, you can do what you want to do, but you just got to know there's consequences to doing what you want to do. You need to do what you need to do. A lot of people saying they do what they want to do. You need to do what you need to do. Like, I don't have to have the fancy clothes and the fancy cars if I can't afford it. And let me figure out a way where I can get it if I like those type of things. So, you know, that's what I want to teach my daughter out of everything in life, you know, out of everything. I want to be that small piece of the pie type father. I'm not that father that wants to be around just on every other weekend. Yeah, I want to be able to FaceTime or see my daughter every day. And that's just, you know, the way I am. I'm a small piece of the pie. Well, Mom, let me get off this phone. You know I love you.
All right, I love you too.
All right, you take it easy.
All right, you too, son.
All right, peace.
Bye. Bye.
Like, share, and subscribe. You know the vibe. We ain't playing with you. Cash App PARTTWICE, PARTTWICE, and let the games begin. We'll be back later on. And we'll be talking a whole bunch of more with a whole bunch of more pimp. We out there.